Hi everyone, it's Vieson Thawani. Welcome to Glorified Nab, the YouTube channel of Vulumende. I'm here to simply give you a word of encouragement to everybody that is going through a tough scenario out there. I want you to read with me your Bibles. Let's go into Exodus, and we read from Exodus chapter 14, and we begin to read from verse 15. Now, before we read, I just want to give you a backdrop to the scenario here. We find Moses with the children of Israel by the mighty power of God. God has used Moses to deliver the children of Israel out of Egypt, and they're out of Egypt, and they are facing now the Red Sea. Behind them is Pharaoh and his army approaching closer and closer, ready to slay every person that they meet. In front of them is the implacable, impossible, impassable, insurmountable Red Sea. And Moses, understanding very well the predicament he's in, not only is his predicament the Red Sea, not only is his predicament Pharaoh behind him and his army, but also the predicament is internal, because there is also an insurrection with the children of Israel asking him, why have you brought us here to perish? And so he faces God and he says, God, what shall I do? Moses kneels before God, as we all do, and he begins to cry, and he begins to weep, and he begins to mourn, and he begins to complain, as we all do when we're facing challenges. He begins to complain as you are because you don't have a job. He begins to complain as you are because your business is struggling. He begins to complain just as you are complaining because your relationship is haywire. And this was God's response to Moses, and this is God's response to everybody out there who is complaining. Exodus chapter 14, verse 15, and the Lord said to Moses, wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward. Amazing. God says back to Moses, why are you crying? Speak to the children of Israel, move forward. God throws the responsibility back to Moses. I like to think God is not mad. Instead of God offering the solution, he says, you, Moses, have the ability to deal with your problem. And the way to deal with your problem is to face it head on and move forward. So no matter what you're facing today, I have no idea what your challenge is. I have no idea. I wouldn't even begin to imagine what quagmire, what thick and hard place you are in. I don't know what challenge you're facing. But the word of the Lord to you is move forward. Face it. Stop crying. There is a technique they teach you in karate when they're training you in karate. They tell you whenever you're facing an opponent and is coming hard at you, one thing you must never do is to step backwards. Whatever movement, whatever attack you're facing, whatever technique the enemy is bringing against you in karate, they always advise never move backwards. Because when you move backwards, the center of balance in your brain shifts attention from your eyes, from the front to the back. And the moment the center of your balance moves to the back, any attack, you fall down. So move forward. Move forward in your business, move forward in your career, move forward in your relationships, move forward in your ministry. Always, always move forward. Until next time, this is Glorified Nab with Vulumende. I'm Vieson Thawani. See you at the top.